When it comes to mortgages, you can either pay a fixed rate of interest or you could pay a variable rate of interest. But which one is right for you? Well, check out this video as the property expert panel members will discuss this very question. So Malcolm has asked the question now, with interest rates due to go up again, would the panel suggest I agree fixed rate refinancing at some point on my properties? That's a great question. It's something I often say to my clients is always keep an eye on the variable and fixed rates and the mortgage interest of Bank of England. Simon, you're closer to this detail than even I am. So what's your thoughts?
Yeah, okay. I guess we would start by saying that this isn't individual advice. Okay, we're really talking over what would be a reasonable thing to do, and seek independent advice relating to your particular circumstances. But in terms of mortgage interest costs at the moment, I'd say that 5-year products are not priced massively more than 2-year products. So given the fact that interest rates are looking to go up further than they've already gone, we can't guarantee that, but that certainly looks to be the way it's going to head. Potentially taking a longer fixed rate might make more sense. It would also make sense to try and find a lender, if you're going to take a 5-year fixed rate, that has the ability to do what's known as a further advance. So if you've locked yourself in for 5 years, you haven't locked in the ability to be able to get to increased growth equity. So let's say your property grows at let's say year 2 to 3, you can go back and effectively do a remortgage and top up to 75% of its new value without paying penalties on the 5-year fixed rate money that you've already done. So that's the key if you take a 5-year fixed, I would suggest.
Can I come in on that? Again, as well as being clearly the old person referring to pounds, shillings and pence, just as well I didn't refer to sovereigns or farthings, which of course are my normal currency. As the group, if anybody's seen this before, no, I am the self-confessed nerd. I'm the guy who likes to read lots of boring things like The Economist and the Harvard Business Review. And so Simon obviously is very accurate in terms of what we're doing at the moment, but I love to take a big picture. And so just thought I'd let you know what the headline on the cover of this week's Economist was. It was basically how high will inflation go? Now this is talking about the world inflation, but I think it's very relevant in terms of the UK. And just 2 sentences, which are the headlines. It's number 1, interest rates may have to rise sharply to fight inflation. Let's put the teeth back in. Interest rates may have to rise sharply to fight inflation, but the low rate era is unlikely to come to a permanent end. So I think in terms of taking a general, slightly more long-term, bigger picture, I think that probably more says what Simon says, that, probably long-term we're going to be okay, but there may be some rises in the short term.
Perfect. Bronwen, what's your views on, I know that Simon's talking about he has to do that in terms of the Financial Regulatory Authority, but from your perspective, are you thinking about using fixed rates? Are you happy with variable rates?
Well, we do fix our rates because it gives you certainty, and it's a very personal thing. I think everyone's risk profile is slightly different. Some people won't remortgage their own home, for example, because they're saying I don't want to I want to pay down my mortgage, and we're all different. We took as much out of our house as we could because we wanted that money to buy multiple properties. So you've got to think about it, discuss it as a family, whoever's involved, and understand what is your risk profile, what are you comfortable with, and fix those rates if you just want certainty and you don't want to have to worry about what everyone's saying in the press, and that you go, right, okay, let's do that. But talk to your broker. If your broker's also an investor like all of us here, they've got a view, they can help advise you, and they can show you the differences between the rates, and you make up your own mind. So yeah, personal thing, really.
I do hope that you enjoyed that video. Please don't forget to press the like button on this video if you found it useful, and subscribe so that you do not miss any future videos. But please don't stop there. We have plenty more content for you to watch, and I think that this video is the one that you should watch next.